You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing God of War Ragnarok on the Steam Deck. So welcome back, it's been a few minutes. How's it going, guys? We're going to try 800p medium. This was a 100 gig download. And there's no rating yet. So we'll see what happens. This game does not run on 4GB GPUs on PC. But let's see how much space it takes on the Steam Deck. 176 gigs installed, but it's a 100GB download. Sí, Shiven, estoy leyendo el chat. Todo bien. So let's get into it. Wish me luck. I'm back! Oh my god! Todo bien, me alegro. So here we go, fingers crossed. Deep breaths, it will be fine. Let's see. Got 2 achievements already? Yeah, I've been playing this on PC for 2 hours already. If it doesn't launch, biggest failure of all time. We'll see. Okay, it's launching. Would you like to link your Steam account? Yes, I already did it. Okay, so I logged into my PlayStation account. But I linked the PlayStation account on my PC, so I'm not sure if you can link it inside the Steam Deck. So that's a thing that I do not know right now, because I already linked it. So that's an issue. And thank you so much again to Spencer Walker 21 for the 6.69. Nice. US dollar donation. This guy is basically keeping this channel alive, apart from you guys watching, of course. And he says, with a bathroom break, I've taken 2 Gargantuan on poop emojis since you started live streaming. If it works on deck, please try 720p native 30 FPS locked. Yeah, of course. Thanks again for the support, man. You're the best. Okay, so the game launches. I don't know about linking your account though. I did that on my PC, so I don't know if that affects something. But the game launched. That's good. That's a good sign. And it's compiling shaders. Allow data collection. Ha! Okay, shaders are compiling pretty fast. We're already at 23%. But remember that God of War 2018 runs... I mean, if you're playing on the OLED, you can hit 40s. So if this one gets anywhere close to 35, it's actually pretty impressive. Let's play on medium. FSR 3.1 and XeSS. Okay. Oh, there's dynamic resolution. I didn't know that. I don't know where it is though. Okay, let's see if 16:10 is actually there. It seems to. If I put it on windowed, can I do... No, I cannot do 720 for some reason. Oh, aspect ratio. 16:9, 16:10. Okay, this will be fun. Gotcha. The thing is, it doesn't allow me to do 720 at the moment. There's probably a way to force it. Let's get the PlayStation account requirement. I logged in already on my PC, so I'm not entirely sure on that one. Okay. Let's disable camera sway. I don't like that. Camera shake. What else? Reduce flashing, yes. Motion blur, not right now. Film grain, no. Okay. TAA native. So let's try native first. I'm guessing we're going to need upscaling, but again. Let me restart the capture card just in case. What happens if you say no? They say, oh, you need one, basically. So yeah, it's weird. Let's see. I already played quite a bit of the game. I'm 2 hours in. So I might restart it to have the fight with Thor and all that. Okay, on native, we're into the 20s. I was expecting much worse, honestly. Let's upscale. FSR quality? Balanced? Or XESS? Okay, this seems to be a little bit too much. Maybe I'm VRAM limited. Let's see. Yeah, I think I hit the VRAM a bit too hard. Let's fix that. So what would I do in a situation like this? First of all, let's go into the presets. Textures, let's keep them on low. Models, medium, anisotropic filtering, we can crank that up. Lighting, low. Shadows, low. Reflections, low. Atmospherics, low. I think ambient occlusion and tessellation, we can do a little bit of that. That's probably okay. Tessellation, I could drop it a bit, actually. When it comes to VRAM, I think we should be good. I might restart the game though. So medium to low, mid-low I will call it. Mid-low plus FSR 3.1 quality. And let's see how this goes. Okay, a little bit spiky frame times. What happens if I lock it to 30? Okay. That seems to do it. So now the moment of truth. Let's keep the frame rate unlocked and restart the game. I run 40, we're about to find out. Maybe with more upscaling. But I want to make sure that we are not CPU limited. I don't think we can 40 FPS our way through this one. But still. Yeah, double voice. What? Sí, no había terminado el shader cache. Yeah, I think when I changed the settings, the shader cache rebooted itself. I mean, on 30 FPS, considering many GPUs don't launch it because VRAM, I think it's pretty fine. Sí, Nix, tal cual. Yeah, that's the benefit over their 4 GB of VRAM GPUs on PC. Since we have 16 GB and that's shared memory, by the way, the shader compilation is finishing again. Let's let it do its thing. Is the port broken? No, so far so good. How much VRAM the Steam Deck has? It has 16 GB of RAM, and from those 16 gigs, the Steam Deck grabs basically as much as it needs for the VRAM and for the system RAM. That's how it works. It has shared memory. Because it's an APU, the GPU and the CPU are there, and the RAM is basically for both of them. So they share it. That's why we're using 7 GB of system RAM, and from those 16 gigs, 3.5 right now are being assigned to the VRAM. Let me load this very quickly, and then we try the beginning of the game again. Do you have Steam and PSN linked? Yes, but I linked this on my PC, so I don't know if on the Steam Deck there's an issue linking PSN accounts. So far, that doesn't seem to be a problem. Okay, 40s. Interesting. Yeah, I think keeping VRAM textures on low makes the difference. But I'm at 40, what the hell? Am I locked to 40? Let me check if I have VSync on. Oh, I had VSync on. There we go. Oh, okay, now this makes sense. Wow, that's a huge improvement. What the hell? Okay, okay. Now we're talking. That's why my frame times were so garbage. Okay, this gives me hope. Okay. 36, 40, 48. Let's try 48 from the in-game lock, because on my capture card doesn't do 60 Hz, first of all. And I'm going to try it like this first. It's basically medium to low settings, FSR 3.1 quality, and let's see if we can maintain those 48. I know it's kinda stupid, but this is what the game offers, either that or 40. If we cannot maintain 48, we're locking it to 40, definitely. How is FSR 3.1? Not entirely sure yet. Remember that we're at a very low resolution on the Steam Deck, and I'm looking this at on a monitor. By the way, good news, 16:10 uses the entire screen. Great job. That's how it's done, developers. Let's get to the... I have a lot of saves. Maybe I can have the fight with Thor. Yeah, I'll try frame gen later. Yeah, sure. We'll do native. Let me try to get 40s first. I think that will be a huge win. Okay. Let me see what this is. I don't even remember this part. Brother!
I was about to look for you.
Oh, okay. This is not the save I was looking for. Let's try this one. Yeah, I thought it was going to run much worse. Make sure to disable VSync when you play the game.
Hey, one last thing there, Tiny.
Nope. I'm sorry, guys. I'm guessing it's here? I'm looking for a fight. That's why I'm doing this. You don't have a Steam Deck? It's a PS4 game. Yeah. No surprise. Although there's bad ports sometimes.
He'd make it.
Kratos.
Ah,
Sindri, bro.
this is just before this save. I was so close. Okay, here. FrameGen works pretty well actually with a 6 FPS lock, with a 6 FPS base, but let me first see how it runs like this. We're going to try that. Okay, so this should be a good stress test. We're about to fight... Oh, it's my... Sorry, my dog disconnected. I'm an idiot. I think I'll just pair a controller.
Been a while since you've joined us, if that's what you mean.
Ah, well, just tired, I suppose. You've seen one deer hunt, you've seen them all.
How can you feel tired when you never sleep?
There are other kinds of tired, lad. You'll see when you're older. Now have a proper rest, my brothers. Things are always brighter in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, thanks. Yeah, show us the dog. Did you see the dog? Are you playing OLED version? Yes. On the LCD, expect a little bit lower because some of the CPU performance at times. Before the fight though, I'll let it do its thing. But the dog is basically sleeping there. How is it holding 48 FPS? What the hell? That's a good thing, I'm saying it. I haven't.
Can I come in?
How much VRAM? As much as it wants, basically.
I have meat. You would not find me successful.
I'll see the dog in the meantime.
I'm sure we'll find lots to talk about.
This is my dog. It's called Max, because of Max Payne, but without the dead family. So chill. Hey Max. Hi. Yeah, you're not comfortable, right? He's a very tall dog, also. He was sleeping. God of War 4 is optimized. Yeah, it runs better than God of War 2018 at the moment.
Nice place.
Okay. That's a nice goat. Definitely. He just needs the goat's simulator tongue and tongue. And remember, this is a cutscene. Unfortunately, it's unskippable. But after this, we get a big fight with Thor. So I think that will be a good stress test. But here I'm using upscaling quality, which is fine. On the smaller screen, definitely holds up. But again, we're at a very low resolution, 800p, and using upscaling on top of that. Which is honestly how I played the 2018 God of War. You can save right when the boss fight starts. Thanks for the heads up. I will. But looks great. It's a mix of medium and low. I tried low settings on PC a few moments ago on the other live stream, and it was okay. It still looked good. Low settings nowadays means, okay, textures don't look as good, shadows look a bit more pixelated. But we're using all the memory. As you can see, RAM is at 9.2 and VRAM, again, we have a pool of 16 gigs that is shared between the GPU and the CPU. So the system memory 9.2, the VRAM is at 5.2, so we have around a gigabyte left, I think. Less than a gigabyte left, so I wouldn't crank up those textures personally. How can you run this without PSN? I mean, you don't need the overlay, you just need your PSN account linked. And I linked it on my PC, so it just launched. I think you just need to link it. Not sure if you need the overlay to actually play the game. Like in Ghost of Tsushima. But Ghost of Tsushima you cannot play online with the Steam Deck as far as I remember.
You know who I am?
What resolution is quality FSR? Let me show you. So the resolution with quality FSR is 528p. So remember that we have an 800p display.
Misunderstanding. Regrettable ones. But I think we all have a better idea.
I think it will be better to lock it to 40 actually, because 48 is just an odd number.
Of who we're dealing with? Now, what you did to
40
his boys.
FPS lock. And after this we're trying a 30 FPS lock. It depends on how the fight with Thor goes. Yeah, 540p, give or take. I mean, on the smaller screen, remember guys, a 7-inch screen, it's okay. The hair looks pixelated, but again, it's a low resolution. On a portable machine. We're playing a new game, new. It's 2 years old at this point, but still. This was also on PS4, so it kinda makes sense. Medium settings, 30 FPS lock? I will. Just let me fight Thor, and we're good. And I'll try. And I'll do frame gen as well. Sí, Leonel, puede hacerlo. Skip cutscene? I cannot. That doesn't work. Yeah, no. There's no cutscene skip.
Retired god of war. How about we just don't kill each other? How about you stay home, kick up your feet, seek no quarrel with me?
Seek. If TDP is 13, still great.
Of course it
Good
means
question.
that one has to stop.
Right now, I will focus on hitting 40s. This is a cutscene, by the way.
We know what you've been up.
How is this running better than Dead Rising? Dead Rising is a different engine.
Are dead. He is dead.
VRAM?
Understand?
Yes. It's there.
And then that's it. Then we're square. Shit, I'll even sweeten the deal. I'll let you keep the.
By the way, let's see how battery life goes. I'll unplug the charger. We're on a full charge. So give it a second to redo its thing. There we go.
Partner in crime.
He's lost.
Let's see battery life and power usage. By the way, the dock uses a bit more battery,
What kind of wisdom is that?
so it's not 100% perfect, but
Can't the smartest
still.
head alive see past himself? See that we all want the same thing?
Yeah, although the fact that this works blows my mind. Just make sure VSync is disabled.
Your debt with my ex.
Would using the Steam Deck, the SD card for installation cause any issues? I have no idea. I mean, I would try it, but the thing is, moving 170 gigabytes from the SSD to the SD card would take a while. I don't have that kind of time today, unfortunately. How much VRAM? There's no VRAM. It's system RAM, and from that system RAM on the chip, they take a chunk for the VRAM. So you can allocate as much as it likes, as long as it has enough memory. That's why.
Don't take all day.
Yeah, on Ally X it would be a beast. If it runs like this on Steam Deck, imagine on the ROG Ally.
About time.
There we go.
I've been waiting for this. You're not from here. We got a tradition called blood payment.
Game needs at least 16 GB of RAM plus 8 of VRAM to run properly. Okay, sure. Hope it doesn't crash. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Before that, sorry for the anticlimactic change. Let's pair a controller. I don't want the Steam Deck to disconnect from here. Okay, Xbox controller. Here we go. Okay, I can see that the effects are worse.
You insult me holding back like this. I did not seek that fight with your brother.
Oh, I forgot to save. So far so good, guys.
How were you ever a god of war?
ROG Ally, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I still do not know because I'm trying other hardware at the moment. I mean, I hope so, but I don't think so right now. Non estoy seguro, Octavio. Tendría que chequear.
Sparta thing. Yeah, this is what I'm capable of.
But hey, so far I'm pretty impressed. What the hell?
We got us a fight.
GPS laughing to 4 GB cards. Yeah, I never thought I would see the day.
Guess they don't come when you call.
Oops.
Let me see.
I wish I had the Blades of Sparta in this part.
You're fucking hopeless. You spit on my son's memory. I can't believe they lost to you.
Ah, wrong button.
You should be better than this.
Dang it. I'm so much worse playing this game at 40s, obviously. I've been playing this on the PC a moment ago. It was so easy to get 60s on the PC.
Afraid to get your hands dirty?
But hey, guys, so far so good. Jesus, man, how do I still miss that? Yeah, so far in the fight, there's been no drops, unless we're in a cutscene.
That's for madness.
But let's see, here's the real test.
Sorry about your
When
death.
Thor starts actually doing lighting things.
If you're not fighting dirty, you're not fighting right. Your son struck first.
Yeah, even with lighting bolts on the screen.
My boy fell to this. Show me who you are.
Oops. Okay. I think we're good, guys. So if you want to do 40s, I think you can do it. Seems doable so far. I use the in-game FPS locker because usually latency is way better. Let's see with unlocked frame rates what happens. Because maybe with these settings we can actually do like 45. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about 45 actually. I wish we could do 45 from this. Oh man. I connected to the capture card, I cannot do 45. Oh! Or can I? No, I can't. Yeah. Okay, just as a thing here, I don't know why the game gives me the option for 48, so we're going to try getting 48. So for 40s, right now, I would do quality FSR 3.1, low textures because VRAM is almost maxed out. VRAM and RAM, the physical RAM, we're at almost 10 gigabytes of RAM and 6 of VRAM, so the 16 gigabyte pool is basically almost filled. Medium models, isotropic filtering, you can crank it up, it's fine. Lighting, low. Shadows, low. Reflections, low. Atmospherics, low. They look a little bit chunky, but no big deal. Ambient occlusion, medium. And that gives us 40s so far with quality FSR 3.1, so good stuff. Let's try getting 48 because 45, my capture card doesn't allow me to do so. Oh. My bad. So instead of 45, I'm going to put it at 48. Do not go super high when it comes to the unlock frame rates.
Your son struck first. Good.
Oh, dude, I'm not used to the controls yet. Jesus. I've been playing for like 3 hours.
Nice try. This is the god that murdered a pantheon because they hurt his feelings.
Why not use the LSS? Because it doesn't work on Steam yet. Dude, my timing is all over the place. I'd say, considering how it runs on, this is the OLED Steam Deck, I'll lock it to 40 on the LCD, actually. Dude, I hate that move. How do I miss it every time? What's wrong with my timing today?
Did my son die?
Looks like there is some headroom, maybe 60 if possible with FSR balance. Maybe. Let me make sure we can actually do 48 or something.
You think you can come here, become a daddy, get a clean slate? That ain't how it works. You're a destroyer, like me.
Yeah, I'll try frame gen. Just give me a moment. Just let him revive me for a moment. It's funny, they got me so good in this part.
I say when we're done.
Like Elden Ring, the XL fix, but at the same time there are games that don't let you pass these errors.
See the real.
In this case, we're okay.
Get up! This is the man who faced down Sigrun, the Valkyrie Queen.
I need to remember that I have blocks as well. Thank you, Thor. Take that, Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, not bad at all. This is impressive. How the hell it runs so well? Okay, here comes the... I'm sounding like a broken record. This is the real test. This is the aggressive part.
You put him last,
We're good.
even in death.
Look at this, it drops into the 40s when all those effects are there.
Died of the wounds you gave him. Oh,
Again, this happens in a cutscene. I was expecting drops into the 30s there.
this feels familiar. What? Don't matter.
No, this is without frame gen.
I can give
The
a
game
heart
doesn't
shit
seem
if
to
I get
care.
finally a fight. I want to see the god of war.
The game is like, yeah, sure, man.
This. I will end it.
Okay. So definitely, at least first impressions on a boss fight with a good amount of effects. We can do FSR 3.1 on quality. If you have an LCD Steam Deck, 40 FPS should be good. If you have the OLED, 45 should be doable so far. Let's see if we can get something higher with frame gen. So frame gen, we have FSR frame gen. Oh yeah, and the dynamic resolution, I forgot about that. But I think with resolution like this, it's okay. Frame gen. Before trying dynamic res, let's try frame gen. No FPS limit. Disable frame limit. And let's see. Here we go, frame gen. This uses VRAM, so we'll be interested to see if the game crashes or something. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely RAM limited here. Look at those frame times. Oh, and before you ask, yeah, let's disable... Enable allow tearing. And cut the GPU clock. Maybe to 1400. Usually helps. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't feel consistent.
Where's the love of the fight?
So the frame times are bad with frame gen. That usually happens.
Let the god of war out! Let me see him!
Although we're also out of memory. We're using all the system RAM. All of it. Not sure if you can notice, but 10 GB of RAM and 6 GB of VRAM. And we have a complete pool of basically 16 gigs. So maybe if I restart the game, it actually will help. Yeah, it's upscaled right now. Yeah, definitely. But if you want frame gen, it is there. I can feel the extra latency, it's not so bad, but it just feels inconsistent. And well, we're out of VRAM as well. Yeah, let's restart. We're going to restart the game super quick and see if that fixes the problem. You wouldn't play this game on deck. I mean, if it's your only gaming device or you want to play it on the go, I don't think it's a bad way to play it. Just lock it to 40 on the LCD, 45 on the OLED, and it's a great experience. It's smoother than a PS4. But frame pacing is horrible with frame gen. Locked. Allow tearing plus 1400 MHz GPU. Yeah, PS4 is 30 FPS. If you want to play it on the toilet, deck is the way, definitely. The correct way. I don't know how... I mean, on PC, I did... Yeah, the frame times are still bad, like this. Yeah, I wouldn't use frame gen. It feels inconsistent. I mean, FPS number higher, but not that doesn't always mean better. Just look at that frame pacing. I can feel it. So instead of doing that, we're going to try dynamic res. Not sure if that's available, but I wouldn't use frame gen. The frame times are bad. I'll just lock it to 45. Let me see if there is dynamic res. Use the options below to set a quality level and enable dynamic resolution scaling. And is that with an FPS lock? I don't know how to enable... yeah, PSN account link is required, but I already linked it on my PC. That's why I'm not sure if you can do it on Steam Deck. So weird, I don't have dynamic. I'm so confused. Yeah, PSN account is required. What I don't think is required is the overlay. XCSS, FSR, TAA. Maybe I'm missing something. Motion blur, use flashing. Yeah, I'm not seeing the dynamic thing. Maybe it's all available on TAA. Yeah, but I'm using TAA here. Use the options below to set a quality label and enable dynamic resolution. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Well, what can you do? XCSS though looks a bit weird on the particles. Anyway, very quickly just to verify. Let's do performance FSR on low, except in those things over there, the anisotropic filtering. So very quickly, let's do low, FSR performance. And let's see if we can 6 FPS our way in here. Maybe with TAA. Should be less demanding. This is still pretty good, guys. Although, obviously, we're using lots of upscaling. Although it still looks pretty good. Actually, TAA I think looks better than FSR3 on this one. How the hell does this run better than God of War 2018? What the hell? I mean, just look when particles show up. What the hell is it holding? Yeah, I'll go to open spaces now. Don't worry. I gotcha. Right now it seems to be running better than 2018. Somehow. Black magic. Are you stuck on low with FSR? No, you can go higher. I'll do a quality mode in a moment. But this is ridiculous. If you don't mind the lower resolution, basically half 800p, it should be good. Yeah, I see that there is no snow deformation, I think. Yeah, you missed that. Oh yeah. Anyway. Now this is the OLED, but the LCD runs basically the same. It's a bit worse. But on the LCD, just locate to 40 with medium to low settings like I showed at the beginning, and some quality upscaling, and you should be good. But I think this is either a 45 FPS game or a 30 FPS game. And if you're on the LCD, just play at 40. OLED 45. Because it likes dropping. I mean, just playing on performance upscaling I think is kind of garbage, honestly. Oh, you're looking at it on a 55-inch TV right now? Well, thanks for that. Yeah, I mean, it looks better than I expected. Even with heavy upscaling. I'm using TAA, I'm not even using FSR. Alright. So let's do now quality mode. So if you want 40s, my advice, or 45. Let me do a few changes before I say anything. There we go. So if you have an LCD Steam Deck, my advice will be lock it to 40, put the anti-aliasing on TAA, quality, or FSR3, whichever you like the most, all up to you. Preset, low textures, VRAM usage can go pretty high, models on medium, anisotropic filtering is fine on high, medium lighting, low shadows, low reflections, low atmospherics. They look a little bit blocky, but that's okay. Ambient occlusion medium. Tessellation, I think we're good like this. And again, on the OLED, 45. In this case, it says 48, but ignore that. 45. And maybe lower the ambient occlusion a bit. But 45 on the OLED, 40s on the LCD. Personally, I'll just play at 40s with quality TAA or quality FSR. Again, if you're in the OLED, put it at 45. You should be good. And adjust the sharpness, that's a good question. I think that's would be a nice feature to have. I'm not seeing it though. This is probably an option. It was in the original. I'm not seeing sharpness. Display mode, VSync. I'm not seeing sharpness. Weird, the original had it. So yeah, I would say, at least for what I played, 40s seems to be achievable. That's as far as I would go. And this is CAA quality on mid-low. But my timing is all over the place in this game.
Whoa! That was cold!
The game straight up denies 4 GB cards? Yes. Actually, I think FSR 3 runs a bit better, but this looks sharper than FSR 3. This is 640p and FSR 3 on quality. Oh, interesting. FSR 3.1 on quality drops the resolution further, actually. Interesting. So maybe FSR 3 quality makes more sense. So the settings that I said, but FSR 3.1 quality. Yeah, that gives you the edge. How is this out? It released today. 3 hours ago? 4 hours ago?
Decline.
On it.
So I'd say 45 on the OLED with these settings, 40s on the LCD deck with these settings. Let's do a quality mode. And by quality mode I mean stuck in the air. And by quality mode I mean a 30 FPS target. Should be doable. Let's try native. FC25 1. We'll see. Does it feel laggy with 25 ms frame time? No, it's fine. It's better than 30 FPS. Okay, 30 FPS lock. Let's do native. And let's put it on medium. Excluding shadows. Excluding textures. Yeah, I think I went a little bit too far. Let me see if I can fix that. I think it's the reflections and the shadows. Yeah, it's the shadows. Okay, gotcha. What about reflections? Okay. Okay, guys, shadows on low. So this is medium, 800p native, medium, low textures, low shadows, and a 30 FPS cap. If you're running at 40, that's very capable. Yeah, definitely. 40 feels very smooth. So 30 FPS cap, native resolution, low textures, low shadows, and the rest basically medium. Let's see if this holds up. But as soon as I crank up the shadows, it died. Yeah, now my timing is even worse. If you can play this at 40, please do. I will also probably enable some motion blur for 30 FPS. It has XeSS 1.3, although on the effects it looks a bit weird with XeSS. You can also use XeSS as anti-aliasing. LCD, no, this is the OLED, but the LCD use the same settings.
But this is an awful lot.
Maybe, yeah, I mean, shadows on low I think is what makes the difference. Oh, okay, boss fight, boss fight.
On your guard, brother. I think we found our predator.
Shit is broken, I will not lock. Press A while moving to
Your
dodge.
shield's busted, brother.
Ah, the shield is
Move it,
broken.
yeah?
Okay. Sí, Miranda, sin dudas. Yeah, guys, if you have the LCD deck, you can even do 40s with upscaling. Just make sure that you lock it so it doesn't feel inconsistent. And respect the settings that I use, because VRAM, when you go out of VRAM on this one, when you use all the memory, the game drops frames like crazy. Oh yeah, I have no shield, I'm an idiot. I'd say the biggest difference with this quote-unquote quality mode, with the 40 FPS one, is that we have, I think we have actual terrain deformation on the snow. Ooh, we just right in the head. I'm so used to the shield now. Try again. Yeah, just smack her in the face with that sword. Please don't say that out of context. Oh, I have no shield. I forget. Oh, dang it. My aim is horrible at 30. I already played Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Looks stuttery now? Yeah, it's a bit inconsistent.
I think we found our predator.
I'm using the in-game FPS log though. I think if I use the one from Steam, apart from more latency, the frame time should be better. So let's do that. And it started raining. What the hell? Okay. 30 FPS cap. OS level. Let's try it like that. Maybe I went a little bit aggressive on the models. Let's lower that a little. Okay, now we have a better frame time graph. Although I think it looks stuttery because my capture card sometimes pretty garbage. So do I, pero anduviste cerca. Close enough. Shield to the face. Hit it in the face. He doesn't get old, man. Yeah, so far it's running way better than I anticipated. Yeah, I think the system level 30 FPS lock works way better when it comes to frame time. Although there's some spikes here and there when effects show up. Jedi Survivor works surprisingly well on PS4. When did it release on PS4? I'm curious. Was it yesterday or something? Because I knew that there was a version, a PS4 version coming. But I don't know when. Yeah, after recent ports, this is a surprise. I mean, I know it's on PS4 as well, but still. That animation of hitting her in the head, man. There we go. Yeah, the game works on iGPUs unless you have a 4 GB GPU for some reason.
And now stalkers preying in our woods. This is no safe haven anymore.
The axe equip, hold LB and RB for a light grenade attack. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. So the quality setting, I think it's pretty good. If you have an LCD, I might lower the reflections actually. Just to be able to have some GPU power to spare. Let's put the beginning of the game. Because it has lots of effects. Give me balance. Also, I don't know about you guys, usually when I play at 30 FPS, I enable some motion blur. Just some. I'm not a fan of motion blur, but usually in the God of War games, in the previous game, on 3 it was okay. Just to add some fake motion there. Rogue Ally, right now I don't think I will. I'm doing the 4090. But I'll think about it, maybe. Yeah, also I'm noticing that textures don't load 100% of the time, but we're on low textures. How much size? 170 gigabytes installed, but the download is 100 gigs. Also, I'm sorry, but I gotta disable the music. I need to protect myself. Use protection, guys. So you need space for this one. We need storage, boy. Download more storage, boy. Yeah, it's a 100 gigabyte download and a 175 gigabyte install. So you're looking at basically an entire 256 gig Steam Deck. Well, yeah, a lot of storage. How much VRAM does this thing have? As much as it needs. As long as it can take it from the 16 gigabyte pool, we're good. How does it run on Steam Deck and not 1650? Because the 1650 has 4 gigs of VRAM.
Hungry?
The Steam Deck shares a 16 gigabyte pool, so when it needs more VRAM, the Steam Deck is like, oh yeah, sure, take it. And I'm using the 4 gigabyte size from the BIOS.
What's next?
Home. Okay, some drops in cutscenes, not surprised.
I'll get them ready.
Yeah, the default field really kills performance on this one. Oh, maybe the volumetrics. Oh, this is the other moment of truth. There's a lot of effects on this one, on this part. You think it's playable at all the way through, stable with 30? I mean, all the way through? I don't know. I fought Thor at 40 FPS, so we should be good. Personally, in this case, I'll just use upscaling on quality on a mix of medium and low, targeting 40 FPS or 45 on the OLED. Yeah, this part, that's a hard time actually. Let's try lowering the atmospherics. I don't know why I put atmospherics on medium. But still. Maybe the tessellation too. Or maybe it's just a cutscene. Yeah, I think it's just a cutscene, actually. Yeah. But I'll keep atmospherics the same just to check if... Yeah, let's keep it like that. And let's see what happens. Let it do its thing. Sí, Vulcan, es tal cual. Es así. Yeah, guys, I think this has the same issue as the original. That the more you play, obviously, the more... I think it has kind of a memory leak when it comes to VRAM in some parts. But after playing for a bit of time. The other one, sometimes it crashed, actually, on deck. You can just delete some language files you don't need and save some gigs. Awesome.
Ready.
Let's see. Outside of cutscene, are we okay? I don't think so. Although outside of this, never mind. I think we're good now.
I hope Fenrir got some sleep. Maybe he'll be ready to eat when we
Oh yeah,
get
if
home.
you are using upscaling, you should be good for 40s. But 30s seems also achievable. You get a few pluses like, well, native resolution. You get deformable terrain.
I'm not giving up on him.
And you get better reflections and better atmospheric effects, so the volumetrics. Other than that, I think playing at 40 makes more sense on
Does
this.
it hurt?
Imagine on a beach in Greece, man, your phone must have a lot of brightness. Holy hell. Yeah, same. Or maybe the motion blur kinda effed up the GPU usage. That's also an option. Because the motion blur, there's a lot of movement in these scenes.
She wouldn't give up that easy, would she?
Yeah. It's a minor decrease in performance, usually motion blur. Let's try it again.
He never does. Stay alert.
Okay, it was a motion blur, I think. Gotcha. So I wouldn't use motion blur then. At least not in the 30 FPS target. The violence. Yeah, with all the motion we had in this scene, I think that's why the motion blur was being kind of taxing on the GPU.
Away from her!
I'm trying.
Up there! What's she? Look out!
You should try XeSS quality. Trying to achieve 40s? Sure. I mean, I think the 30 FPS thing is completely fine. If you have the LCD though, I'll personally just log it to 40. Sorry, I'll personally try to use upscaling and maybe lower the reflections ambient occlusion to low to get those 30s. But I think this is a game that deserves upscaling. And deserves in a good way, because we can get a pretty high difference, pretty big difference. Okay, quality. Yeah, XeSS runs worse. Anyway. Although the intro seems to be running worse than before, than the other parts. I might need to restart. Yeah, I think a restart will be a good idea. I don't want to redo this part though. Ugh, what a pain in the ass. It's in the evening? Okay. You should be good then. FSR 3 quality plus 48 FPS cap. And what am I missing? Low. Ish. Okay. Let me check though the resolution. So FSR 3.1 on quality is 528p. XeSS on quality is 464p. It's actually lower. Interesting. Yeah, we get one more frame. Let's try XeSS. Whatever. I want to see how it looks. And I should restart the game too. I think we destroyed that memory there. Why 48 FPS cap? Because there is no 45. I'll do 40s instead. If you have the OLED, do 45, but for most people I'll do 40s. Although in this area, I don't think we can get there. Yeah. Although, let's be honest, this part of the game is basically an interactive cutscene.
Losing my grip here.
I played the Eras boss fight that has way more effects on this.
Hold tight.
Although I use FSR. XeSS doesn't look particularly amazing though. I think it's a bit too pixelated actually. I don't like XeSS, this one. Well, War Ragnarok runs on iGPU with 30 plus FPS. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, technically.
Oh no!
Yeah, it looks a bit over sharpened with FSR 3 actually. Yeah, in this case, I'll personally use FSR instead of XeSS. XeSS looks a bit too pixelated. Maybe it's the lower pixel count. Because XeSS, I think, works better. I think XeSS usually works better above 1080p, on 1080p and above. Anyway, played Lucky Squire yet? No, I haven't. I think I should. Everybody's talking about it.
We're through for Stave. We made it.
But dude, I'm impressed that we can get 40s. That's not something I was expecting. I was expecting definitely a lock to 30. Although, something that kind of bothers me. I mean, yeah, the RAM and VRAM usage goes higher the more you play. So I would say sometimes restart the game.
Son, there is no letting that go.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty impressed on what I'm seeing on this one.
I guess killing Baldur really did bring on Fimbulwinter. Never stopped snowing after that day. Think it's ever gonna get better?
Someday.
I mean, yeah, as soon as the interactive cutscene happens, we're good.
We must be strong.
But I mean, considering the combat requires timing, I think 40s is the best. And if you have the OLED, 45. It should be good. Run this game on 512 megabytes Vega integrated CPU. On the 50 Ti I can't run it. I mean, it's not a thing about GPU power there. It's more of a thing of VRAM. So, yeah, that's how NVIDIA lowers the lifespan of a GPU. They give you less VRAM. Then they tell you it's not an issue. Remember the 1063 gigs?
I will get the deal.
Go on, girls.
Although I still wonder, once we can force past that message, how it would run on 4 GB GPUs. That would be interesting. But the game really suffers when I feel the VRAM entirely. The performance suffers quite a bit. So I wonder how does the PS4 cope with 16 GB of RAM? Well, it's shared memory as well. I'm not sure if it was 16 gigs, actually. I think it was even less.
I don't hear him. He always
But
says,
there you have the advantage that they made this game with the PS4 in
"You
mind.
okay, boy?"
So yeah, the optimization there makes a difference. Anyway. Put the VRAM at whatever you want. I put it at 4 gigs because that usually gave me better frame times in games, but on this one, yeah, whichever you want. If it runs poorly, try 4, and so on. I mean, usually it does it on its own. And by that I mean, if you put it at 512 megabytes, the PC in theory should just notice when it needs more VRAM and allocate it in real time. Sometimes that doesn't work 100% though. No, 4 GB of VRAM doesn't launch the game. But if you're on if you're talking about Steam Deck, yeah, put it at 4 gigs. It's okay. I played all the gameplay that I did right now was on the 4 GB UMA buffer in the BIOS, but I wouldn't say it's 100% necessary. You can do it, but in some games it doesn't make a difference.
Father.
Does borderless window to full screen make a difference? No, in this case it doesn't.
Perhaps the dwarves
Because
could
you're
take
forced to borderless. There's no full screen on this one.
Come on. Get in this way.
PS4 had 8 GB shared. Again, they make this game with the PS4 in mind.
You
So they
remember all
can
those shrines
allocate
we
it
found
properly. You
down
can
the
do
stories of giants?
special
Those animals
optimizations.
have to be their origin and depending on the right
That's
way.
the advantage of the consoles. I mean, just ask yourself, how does the Switch runs The Witcher 3
There's
or
more to them than we realized.
Borderlands 3, World War Z?
The collapsed pillar
They
is
do specific
the shrine is
optimizations
just
for
on the
it.
other side.
That's the advantage of consoles. Axe. There we
That
go.
should help. There we go. Come on.
I'm not sure if it was an Nvidia thing or a developer thing. Frame feel good. Sometimes there are spikes. I would lock it to 40 using the OS level FPS cap that you can find here. I'm not using that because capture card is a specific thing. I'm using the in-game
Watching?
FPS log. But I use the one on the OS level. The frame times seem to be way more consistent. It adds a bit of latency, but it feels good. Just don't use frame generation. You should be fine.
Well, that's new.
You have the lowest sections? Yes, sir. If I go above that, it kills the performance.
Come on.
I mean, we're already using all the memory we have.
Wait! Yeah, I don't think he's waiting.
Considering it's the lowest sections, though, it still looks pretty good. Some smaller objects look pixelated, but that's about it. When it comes to textures, I mean. Yeah, I'm playing on Linux.
What is this, lad? Where are we?
Somewhere only giants were meant to see. These shrines tell their stories to the world. But it turns out the real stories, the secret stories, those they kept here, inside. You remember the story of Skull and Hati? The wolf giant?
Now, lots of scaling doesn't work on
Capture them because
Linux,
he thinks
apparently.
it'll help him control when
Does it
Ragnarok
work on
starts.
45? If you have the OLED,
But
yes.
that's not the whole story.
But I would use
This
balanced
shows the
FSR
giant
just to
setting
be
Skull and
sure.
Hati free.
But yeah, it works.
Free.
I've been
Is
playing
this
at
the
48
past or the
actually,
future?
against
Hence when
Thor.
you're looking at it.
Spoken like a giant.
See? The wolves are safe. Somewhere in Vanaheim.
Does looking at the GPU help stabilize the frame time? It depends really. In this game, I wouldn't lock the...
Chasing the sun and
Well,
moon.
unless you were doing,
Old
what,
habits.
30s?
Until
I wouldn't lock it because sometimes the
The moon
CPU
is
needs
stolen.
that extra juice.
somehow.
Atreus.
See? Hati's got nothing
One
to chase.
core is maxed out,
JSAUX
usually. It's loading
is a
something.
victimless crime.
That's why I wouldn't cap the GPU clock on
Not
this
totally
one.
sure who this is, but someone comes along and rescues the moon. And then the moon blocks out the sun.
A total eclipse. I haven't seen one of those in 100 winters.
But then they
But this is
take
cool.
an arrow, and
I'm pretty
things go
impressed.
Back to normal.
It seems to be running a bit better than God of War 2018
that.
somehow.
Look,
Alright.
here's Ragnarok. Do you see who's leading the armies against Odin?
They said the thing!
That's Tyr. If he's gonna be around at Ragnarok, that means he's gotta be alive. Right?
Mimir.
Alright.
Can this be?
Odin told me he killed Tyr, and he trusted me at the time.
God 3060 still can't run this
What if he
game? That's
didn't
weird.
kill him?
I ran it on a
What if
3060
he's
just
had
fine.
him locked up somewhere all this time?
We are back to ifs. Enough.
Wait,
We are going home.
wait! I have one more thing to show you. It's just out here.
What is
Okay.
this?
Everything I found. Well, almost everything.
Okay, I think I showed you enough, guys. I wasn't expecting this level of performance. I'm super impressed.
You've been to Jotunheim again.
Great job to the porting
Found
studio.
another of the other shrines.
Jetpack Interactive, I think it's called. They yeah, hit it out of the park. So first things I would recommend here. If you have an LCD Steam Deck, let's start with the LCD. On an LCD Steam Deck, I will lock it to 40 using the OS level FPS lock. Put basically everything on low except in anisotropic filtering. Quality FSR 3.1 or TAA, but on quality. Lock it to 40, you should be good to go, except in some cutscenes and the very beginning of the game. That is basically quick time events, so Should be okay. If you have the OLED, you can do the same thing but crank up the ambient occlusion to medium and lock it, well, if you put everything on low, you can actually lock it to 45. Again, OS level thing. Quality FSR 3.1. If you don't see it super consistent, put it on balanced. It still looks pretty good. XeSS looks a bit blocky somehow. I don't know why. Then motion blur, disable it. It affects performance in scenes with lots of movement because it's a post-process effect. And if you want to do 30 FPS, you can actually play on medium with shadows on low. So if you want 30s, do something like this. Medium, 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 low shadows, low textures. And you can disable upscaling if you want to. You can put it on native and lock it to 30. Although you are very borderline 30, so if you don't mind using quality FSR, I'll probably go for that. With a 30 FPS lock, you have room to spare, still looks pretty good. But that's basically it. Then when it comes to PSN, that I see a lot of people asking about it, I don't know if you can actually log into your PSN account, link it to your Steam account in the Steam Deck, because I linked my PSN account on my PC that has Windows. When I launched the game again, it told me, okay, do you want to link it? And I said yes, and it started right away. So when I launched the game for the first time on Steam, it asked me to link it again for some reason. I just hit yes, and it worked. So not sure if it has anything to do with that. But so far, man, they did a great job with this one. I don't know what the witchcraft these Gods of Thunder were doing, but I want some of it. Still looks pretty damn good, even with upscaling. So yeah. But when it comes to the PSN thing, I cannot really confirm if only having a Steam Deck you can link it. I'm unsure on that one, because again, I linked it on my PC, not on my Steam Deck. So I'm not sure on that front. Yeah, it's running very well, actually. Just make sure to go easy on the shadows and textures. Lower those textures, lower those shadows, and you're good. Also make sure you wait for the shaders to compile. Right there. Wait for that to hit 100%. And you're good. But now that I mean my account is linked, there's nothing about the PlayStation overlay over here. So yeah, I'm not sure about the PlayStation overlay thing. What's going on with that? So also, one more thing before I go. Make sure that the game is also VSync off, because for some reason VSync is on by default and gave me spiky frame times. And what am I missing? I'm missing something. Something important. Well, motion blur, disable it as well. And dude, well, space. While I try to remember, this game uses a lot of space. It's a 100 gigabyte download, and inside your Steam Deck it will be 175 once installed. So this one uses a lot of space. A lot of space. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you can also overclock your Steam Deck, sure. But this is a huge amount of space. It's ridiculous. So make sure to have space for this one. So yeah, that's basically it. Right now, I'm going to, in a few minutes, do another live stream, but testing an RTX 4090, because why not? We want to see the VRAM usage. But I already tested multiple GPUs that are lower end, and it works fine. Seems to be a great board. The only thing that doesn't work properly is the NVIDIA frame generation. The AMD one works well, funnily enough. I'll take a break in the middle, of course. But yeah. No Rogue Ally. Yeah, not today. I don't think I will, honestly. We'll see. But on the Rogue Ally, you should be able to get 60s even. I'll bet. If it runs like this on Steam Deck, on the Ally, especially when doing 30 watts, shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. So yeah, I think that's all I had to say. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. Again, the PlayStation linking thing, not entirely sure if you can do it on deck. I did it on my PC, I forgot to try it on deck first. But so far the game is working just fine. Oh yeah, I remember the thing that I was going to say. Restart the game if you change the settings a lot, because it recompiles some of the shaders and it helps. It helps a lot actually. Battery, 2 hours, 2.5 hours on the OLED, probably 80 minutes, 90 minutes on the LCD while playing at 40s. Yeah, like 2.5 hours and 90 minutes on the other one. So yeah, on the 1050 Ti it doesn't work. I tried it. Thank you guys. See you next time. Long live the Steam Deck. Great port. Jetpack Interactive, I think it's called. See you later, guys.